fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX NinjarkSword from Avataro Sentai DonBrothers, and this is Don Murasame's sword. You can see him featured very prominently here on the right side of the packaging, and this is kind of a retool slash repaint of the Zanglas sword. This was a premium Bandai release, so I just got this in. Packaging looks really cool, really huge box here. Taking a look at the top, you can see kind of like a pixelated version of the sword, and it says DX NinjarkSword. Over here on this side, we have the Don Murasame Altar, which can be summoned with this sword. We'll get there. And then over here, you have Stay Caesar and Abare Killer, even though there's no sound for Abare Killer in this, so I'm not really sure why he made the box. Down here, just kind of showing you what's in the box. Of course, it does have the sword. It actually does come with 3 gears as well, but they're not featured here, which is interesting. Over here, just kind of your typical warnings and whatnot. You will need 3 AAA batteries, which are not included. So we've had a good run of having the little watch batteries included, but we're going to have to provide our own AAAs for this one. Spinning it around to the back, you just have him using the sword in kind of different poses. Again, no mention of the 3 gears that are included, which I think is really interesting. They don't appear to be on the box really anywhere, which is weird. But in any case, they are included. We'll take a look at those. But yeah, packaging's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I'm going to go ahead, get everything out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the box. We have 3 new Avataro gears. We'll take a look at them quick just to kind of get them out of the way. Now, all 3 are based on Rangers that were sharks, which obviously makes sense because shark is the main motif for Don Murasame. So we have Blue Shark from Sun Vulcan, and that is number 11. We have Gal Shark from Gal Ranger, and he is number 33. And then we have Juo Shark from Juoger, and she is number 55. So it's nice to get 3 new gears here, and I totally get why they included these because these were all Rangers that were sharks. But now it kind of, opens the door. Are we doing more than just the reds and the 6 for Avataro gears? At this point, I would say kind of not because the show's wrapping up at this point. But if they wanted to get crazy and do like a set of all the other blues, they could, I guess. I really thought we were going to get a Stay Caesar gear with this one, I have to admit, which we obviously did not. But I get why they picked the sharks. It's just now it's kind of like you have 3 random blue Rangers. You already have all these teams represented in with the Red Ranger on the front. Even one of them has the 6th gear for Juo the World. But yeah, now you just have 3 random blue Rangers. So just kind of interesting. But they look good. We're going to put them off to the side, and we will focus on the sword itself here. So I think this looks really cool. I really like the color scheme. I will say mine has some kind of like weird like plastic stuff going on here. It's not anything that's like dented or anything, but I guess it's just marks in the plastic when it was put in the mold. And that looks a little weird. I don't know if that's going to be common for everybody. Probably not, but it is there. We have a really nice kind of like shark tooth blade here. I like that a lot. And this does have LEDs, of course, that's going to light up. Really nice chrome here on the, I guess, spinner piece, the hilt. You can see it has the shark go all the way around. That's really cool. And of course that spins. We have the trigger button here. This is the panel that you remove to put in the 3 AAA batteries. This is for the connection to the Dawn Blaster, just like the Zanglas sword. Here's the on and off switch. So yeah, overall I think it looks really cool if we go ahead and turn it on. NinjarkSword! So announces its name. So you get a couple different generic slash sounds there, but I do like how the LEDs kind of alternate colors. So very cool. So that's all it does with the trigger just on its own, but if we spin this 4 times... I like how it kind of like travels up and down, almost like a volume meter. So I would say that's kind of like his transformation jingle, but he doesn't really transform. He just kind of appears. He floats around and appears. So that's just kind of like his appearance jingle, I guess. If we spin it 4 more times. So that's him doing an avatar change 4 more times. So that's him transforming into the altar. So I love all the standby musics that are in here, all the guitar riffs. It's really fun. I love the way that the LEDs kind of travel up and down while you're waiting. That's just really, really, really cool. I like that quite a bit. So that's kind of the 3 basic things you can do by spinning it the 4 times. You can also hold the trigger down and spin it multiple different times to kind of get these different attacks. So if we hold it down and spin it once, so it says Ichi Shark. So it has each shark, knee shark, san shark, but it actually has a 4th one as well. So you can hear it says Yon Shark, so there's actually a 4th one as well. So I think that's pretty cool. So those are kind of the main attacks you can do with it on its own. You have the 4 different, spinning it 4 times for the kind of the transformation / appear sound, the avatar change, and summoning the altar. And then you have those attack sounds with the E Shark, Knee Shark, San Shark, and Yon Shark. So now we're going to go ahead and get to the compatibility with the Dawn Blaster. Alright, so now it's time to bring those gears back in, so we'll start with Blue Shark. So the Dawn Blaster just reads it as Sun Vulcan, so I would imagine you could achieve the same effects with just the regular Sun Vulcan gear. I don't think you need Blue Shark, but we'll go ahead and pop this on here. So there you go. The sword does say Blue Shark, and then it kind of goes through the attack sound there, which is pretty cool. So now we will try Gal Shark. So again, the Dawn Blaster is always just going to read it as the team. There you go. And then next up we have Juo Shark. So for those three, it will actually say the name of the ranger, which is pretty cool. But there are a few others that it has some sounds with. So if we do just any member of the DonBrothers team. So any member of the team, the sword says DonBrothers. And then we actually do have one for Stay Caesar, even though we didn't get a gear for him. So it does say Stay Caesar, which is pretty cool. So those are the only ones that actually have unique sounds, and I wanted to just kind of show you if you use anybody else. And I'm specifically using Abaranger because Abare Killer was on the box. So if you use any other gear besides a member of the DonBrothers team, the three that came with this, or Stay Caesar, it just says clap your hands. So it's interesting that Abare Killer was on the box. I know he did transform into him on the show, so that's most likely why. But you would have thought that they would have put a sound for Abare Killer in here, but not so much. It just says clap your hands. So any other gear besides the ones I already demonstrated, just say clap your hands. So the last thing we can do with this, we want to make sure to turn it off, and then we want to hold the trigger down while we turn it back on. So this is going to put us into like a sound mode. So now if we go through the trigger, there's 8 sounds we can cycle through. I think that should be all of them. Yeah, so we've gone all the way through. So you have those 8 sounds. Now when you do the spin 4 time to go through like the transformation and the avatar change and the calling the altar, there's going to be them talking before it happens. So So there you go. That's pretty much all that it can do in this sound mode. You can still do like the hold down the trigger and spin for the attacks, but they're not really going to sound any different. I think this is a really fun release. I absolutely love the sounds in this thing. I love the way the LED kind of goes up and down like the music meter, because this one has definitely kind of got like a rock theme going on to it. All the music riffs for the transformation and the avatar change and summoning the altar are all absolutely fantastic. Plus you have 4 different attack sounds, not to mention just kind of the generic sounds for using the trigger of the sword. You have all those phrases in there. You have that kind of sound mode where he talks back and forth with his mom before he transforms or whatever. So it's a really fun release. I also really appreciate that you can get about 80% of the functionality out of this without any other toys. With the Zanglass sword, you really had to use it with the Dawn Blaster. I mean, yes, it did 1 or 2 things on its own, but the most of its functionality came from it pairing with the Dawn Blaster. And this obviously has Dawn Blaster functionality as well, but I would say the bulk of it doesn't need any other toys, which I always think is nice when you can just get one release and get most of its functionality out of it on its own. Of course, it does come with those 3 new gears, which, like I said, I get why they were included because they're shark-based Rangers, and Murasame is shark-based with that motif, so I get all that. But it is kind of weird to just now have 3 random Blue Ranger Avataro gears. Really surprised we did not get a Stay Caesar Avataro gear with this. I absolutely thought we would have, but we didn't. So, I mean, I knew we weren't when I was ordering it, but I just meant when it was revealed, I was surprised they didn't include one. But he does still have a sound in there for Stay Caesar, the 3 gears that come with it, and then any member of the DonBrothers team when using it with the Dawn Blaster. So I feel like that's a good amount of functionality as well. And then anyone else, it just says clap your hand. But I think this is fun. I love the look of it. I love the color scheme. I love the music riffs and the way the LED dances up and down the blade. Really, really well done. So I think this one's worth it. It was a premium Bandai release. I got mine from Toku Collectibles. I'm not sure if he has any in stock anymore, but you could check there first. And then I would say Mandarake, Yahoo Japan Auctions, wherever you buy secondary market stuff would be your next stop if you're trying to pick this one up. I kind of remember them doing a second run of this. I just don't know if those orders are still open or not. So, but I think it's a fun release. I definitely recommend checking it out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.